Yo, yo, yo. You already know what it is, man. It's the session with Shell. It's your man, Uncle Shell. And, you know what I mean, just representing for half of the session with Shell show right now. Fly Tie will probably hop in and join us at some point. But, hey, man, listen, it's just been another amazing week. I'm glad y'all tapped in, the tribe. I'm glad y'all here again. The community, we love y'all. So, it's another special, special episode. It always is when we have somebody who steps in the crib, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Tap in with the tribe, my boy.
What's up? It's Tejavu. I'm a rapper. I make a little bit of beats. Do a lot of art.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
Yeah,
listen. It's funny because if you first of all, if you don't, if you're not blind right now, you see this is an artistic individual. You can see that resonates off him anyway, right?
yes,
I've
sir.
had the pleasure of knowing him for quite some time now, in the artist realm of things, in the musical world of things, and seeing the growth in you too, man. And it's
For
just
sure.
dope having you here. You know what I'm saying? We've been around
Yeah,
each other in these beat battle worlds, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
in the
yeah.
real world too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, man. So we've been locked in for a while, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you tapped in with us. I always do the check-in just to make sure everything's good on the regular front. So,
Okay.
just to tap in with you, how was your day, my boy?
Man, it was chill, man.
Hmm.
I just been working on this album and,
Dope, locked
holding
in.
it down.
Doug, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we're gonna get into the album, of course. That's something that
All right.
we talked about before. But just for the people, well, first of all, my fault. Let me do my check in for myself, right? I mean, the day was good. Sunday activities, you know what I'm saying? Just
True.
chilling with the little one, taking care of home, being around fam and all that, and my loved ones. And yeah, man, just grateful, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and Flat Tie, we always talk about being intentional about life. First of all, Happy New Year, Merry New Year
Yeah,
to
man.
you.
Happy New
You know what
Year
I'm
to you
saying? If
too.
that's something you tap into, I think it's important that everybody has their different versions of those New Years too. We don't have to get too deep into that, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a good to acknowledge a time of transition, change,
Yeah,
a
I
new
feel that.
right, a new shift. How do you did you do anything for New Year, or how do you really celebrate, or do you kind of acknowledge it when it comes to just the New Year of?
I mean, just chill, watch some movies. I had a pizza.
Okay, okay,
Uh,
that's dope. That's dope.
yeah, just set my goals and get my mindset right for the new year,
That's fine.
2026.
Now, would you say that's something you consistently do? Like, say every year, do you usually grab a pizza, grab a good movie? Like, at that time, do you always try to find yourself to make sure you're in a peaceful state
Oh yeah,
coming
yeah,
into the new year?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I try to make sure I'm in a peaceful state as
Hmm.
much as I can.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's so just in general, you just try to make sure you're always on
Yeah.
that level. Nah, you can listen, you can tell that through the music. You know what I mean? Because I've had the pleasure of hearing it. I know if you're tapped in, you're tapped into your socials. You know what I mean? Or if you've been around the community, you know who Tejavu is. You know what I mean? You know what his energy is like anyway, and it's always peaceful, real balanced, and you always shown
That's
that,
good to
man.
hear.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, so right now, man, what like I'm big into TV, movies, things of that nature.
Okay.
What would you say right now that you kind of watch? You got anything you watching right now? Anything?
Shit, man.
So
I
you
was
tap
watching
back
it
in?
earlier.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, I tapped
okay,
back in, bro.
okay.
That joint is timeless.
No, it is. It is,
Yeah.
man. Listen, my man got to be here because to for Fly Tie and his brother, they're my Huey and Riley in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've known them since they were little jits. You know what I mean? And they're always
Yeah.
been my brothers, and they were always the Hugh and Riley of my life. You know what I mean? Like, and they can interchange the roles. Just to give them, some glory on that. And that's what's funny. That show resonates with all of us, man. Like, you literally
Yeah.
can talk about an episode or quote it, and somebody's gonna know it. Like
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
I'd say mainly in our community, in our black community, but that's a major show right there, bro. What was the episode you don't mind watching? What was you watching?
I was watching the episode where Riley was spray painting graffiti,
Oof,
and then even that the Bob
Bob
Ross guy,
Ross, come on, man.
and yeah, he learned
Classic
how to do
episode.
art.
If you haven't seen it, it's one of my favorite episodes, bro.
Yeah, man, I
Hands down,
relate to
top
that.
5 episode for sure, for sure. That's dope. That's dope, man. So right now, I know we were talking album. We got to get there too, but let's talk you, right?
Okay,
Let's give some people some time for you.
okay,
You know, where does it start for you as, and we don't have to do governments and all that, but Tejavu you as far as this profile that you gather for yourself of
yeah.
Tejavu, where does that start? Where does that start off for you?
Uh, I mean, you want me to get into like what it means, like deja vu?
Let's go there. Let's go there. I'm with that.
Okay, yeah. So growing up, I always went by TJ,
Okay. Okay.
and so I started rapping when I was like 14, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a couple of different names,
Mm-hmm.
but the one I settled on is Deja Vu because I just feel like as I went through life, like my journey of growth has been a lot of cycles,
Okay.
and every time going around the cycle, just learning how to better myself and, you know, take it to the next step.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. That's dope.
And so
That's
I combined the deja vu with TJ. And
yeah,
yeah,
of course. And it flows, you know what I mean? I think it matches you in general. You know what I mean? Just who you are in general is smooth, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then I think in how I take it more so it's like you know, something to be reflected on, something to be remembered, you know what I mean? And
okay,
you definitely give that energy off, you know what I mean? Now with your style of music,
yeah.
where does that come from? Where do you think that inspired? Where's that inspiration from?
I mean, I've always been into like lyrical rap.
Okay.
Um, these days I be making more like jazzy stuff because I've just as I've gotten older, I guess I've gotten more into like the boom bap kind of 90s
For sure,
stuff,
for
just like
sure.
conscious hip hop.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but it just comes down to like lyrical rap. I'm very versatile. I listen to a
Yeah.
lot of stuff,
Right,
but
right, right,
I
right.
mean,
No, for
yeah,
sure.
it's just always me, man.
I got you. No, 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 definitely. So do you go mainly off of like, are you really, you know, do you really try to dig into the samples heavily, or is it just more off of, you know, feeling? You know what I mean? There's something, you
Uh,
just get a feeling of something you search for, if it grabs you, you go to it. How does that process work for you?
it's a little bit of both. I go off the feeling. That's like my earlier music is definitely off the feeling,
Mm-hmm.
but as I got into making beats,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's really what led me more to like jazzy music
Okay.
because I always loved making like lo-fi type beats,
Got you.
and
Got you.
so
Got you.
the lyricism like kind of just met
It
with
flows with
that.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. So, who's your favorite right now? Who you listening to right now?
Uh,
Or are you listening to anybody else? Because you know you got a lot of people that will just say that. Listen, I ain't listening to nobody else
nah,
but me. But
nah.
nah.
I like to be inspired.
Okay.
I mean J Cole.
Okay.
That's like J Cole is one of the people that made me want to rap
Talk
for
to
real,
me.
for
Talk
real.
to me. Talk to me. So with Cole, when you what's Friday Night Lights, the warm up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that era. The first album I listened to was Sideline Story.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
first song was a remix to Lights Please. It was
Come
called
on now.
Time Freeze.
Yeah,
And it
okay.
was just like when I first started rapping, I was kind of just like taking other people's flows,
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
putting
don't
my
think there's
own
anything wrong with that.
words to it,
Yeah,
but then I
exactly.
started to find
Exactly. That's
my
dope. That's
own
dope.
path.
There's
And
it's actually a dope book, man. I wish I had the author. I don't want to misquote the author, but the book is called Still Like an Artist, you know, and
oh yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
heard
it's
about that.
very good book, you know, but that's the premise of it, you know, is
Yeah,
you know, there's so much creation out here. How can you not be inspired and actually, you know, maybe even you'd hate to use the word copy or mimic something. That's why I say it's more just being inspired by it. And then you end up ultimately finding your own voice. I would think as
yeah,
an artist, I'm not an artist, but I can understand identity, right?
yeah,
You grow up, you have people you look up to, right? And then at
true.
that point, if you're walking your own path, you realize I've been influenced by these individuals, but I have my own identity now. You know what I mean? So I think that's I would only think that's the
Definitely.
same way it goes for artists. You know what I mean? When you're really trying to just find it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and put that behind it. So I get that. So okay, let's talk album though, right?
Okay.
Because it's game time now. It's something that I could prior we were talking before this. You locked into it right now. So
Yeah, yeah.
what's the you have a theme around it, or you have
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah.
Talk to me. What's going on?
So the album's called It's All the Same.
Okay, dope.
And it's just that the name came to me earlier this year. I was doing a beat event um at this place called Utopia Finney.
Okay.
And after I left, like on the drive home, the idea just dawned on me because when I was playing my beats there and I looked around at the event, it just reminded me of like making the beats in my room. And it's like
Mm,
I started to realize like, hey, whether you're at home, whether you're out in Virginia Beach, whether you're out in Pittsburgh, like
right.
it's all the same, really, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you just kind of implanting yourself wherever that is. I can.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's a good. I guess you have to keep yourself in that mental because you can get lost if you're going somewhere different. You can get lost
yeah,
in that different
yeah.
area. So to just to think that you're already kind of solid that way, that you keep yourself balanced wherever you go, and that's a great
Got it.
observation. I think that's a
Yeah,
super dope observation as just a person. You know what I mean? Just keeping yourself grounded.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire.
True.
That's fire. So okay, so how many tracks we thinking when it
Uh,
comes to that?
8.
8?
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. Have you
yeah.
now? Is that something you battle with? Are you like, oh man, I wanted like 14 at one
Uh,
point, or
I mean, not really.
okay,
I
okay,
had I had one track that I had to cut just because I didn't like how it sounded sonically. I like the concept, but
mm-hmm.
it just didn't work. But
I
I
got
think
you.
the 8 on it are really consistent
Okay,
and
okay,
in sound, and they just I like to when I create a project kind of sequence it kind of like a story.
mm-hmm.
So it kind of just takes you through um the different emotions I've been going through over the past year.
Okay, okay, that's
Yeah.
dope. How so you've been is that this time frame we've been working on this project though? Is this whole year, or is it like you just realize, oh wow, I have enough where I can put these together and
I
create it into
mean,
something.
so when the name came to me, I was like, I always knew that was going to be the next album
Mm-hmm.
that I was going to put out.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the tracks came together is I kind of just record when I feel like inspiration or feel like a type of theme or idea
Okay.
that I want to put down. And I just started to notice, like, okay, these could go together. And
And
that's
just
kind of
put that
just how it
together.
came together.
No,
Yeah.
that's dope. That means you just I mean you had it on deck.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It
like you
wasn't
said, you kind
super
of
rushed.
already always have a mental you always are already kind of in that frame of mind every time you put something together. It's like
Yeah, yeah, pretty
this
much.
is yeah, so it's already kind of packaged. You already have it in line to put something like that
Yeah,
together.
it's just
So
going with the flow.
that's dope. Nah, that's dope. You listen, man. So I've had the chance of we met through the through Sick Mike's the beat battles,
Yeah, yeah, the
right?
spike back.
Spike Bat, right? Shouts out to the Spike Bat. We're in season 2 right now.
Okay.
Always good seeing you up there, bro, because
Appreciate
we
it.
always need the difference
Yeah, yeah.
beats. We had some people kind of comment here and there. The boom bap always wins and things of that nature, but that's I would beg to differ. You know what I mean? Only because we have individuals like yourself that have made it through rounds here and there. We have individuals like Crafty or Complex. And different individuals, and I'm gonna manifest more people coming. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just with different styles because I think it's needed to show that we're really there to support each other. That's the
Oh
biggest
yeah,
thing.
yeah, for sure.
It's a community vibe, and like I said, every time we see you there, it's always an excitement because we always have something different that we can expect. You know what I mean? So, how do you feel about being when you come?
Oh
What's your
man,
expectation, or is it more go with the flow? Like you usually kind of how
it's
you
always love, bro. Like it feel like family there. That was one of like the first. events that I started going to around the Virginia area.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
it's just y'all always made me feel at home, and
for
like
sure.
I always look forward to those, and it's
Yeah,
always good vibes. And like
always,
the
bro.
first one I came, like I was a little bit like nervous. I was like,
Right, right.
man,
Nah, that's all
like
right.
are they gonna fuck with my beats? But
That's
hey,
all
man,
right.
I always look forward to it.
Nah, that's dope. I know. I'm just, I see you in there, and we all become like kind of like family in a sense. Of just
Yeah,
how we all lock in. I think it's real dope. Like I said, that you stay consistent coming out there, and I've been following. I've seen that you're doing a lot on the social media tip, right? You really been pushing that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So how's that been working, and what do you think you have next when it comes to social media and just
Uh,
with the visuals in general?
I mean, a lot of visuals for me, like the way I do it is like it's just a little bit of a balance of collaboration.
Hmm.
And I also shoot my own videos
Okay.
because I went to school for like photography, so I got the visual
So you
eye a
got it
lot.
already
Yeah,
locked in. Got you.
yeah,
You
I do
got the
some of my
cameras and
own.
all those different.
Yeah,
So you okay?
yeah,
This yeah.
I do some with my iPhone and with CapCut too.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up. I'm getting. That's definitely things we utilize. And, I mean, it's
I mean,
just it's there now. We're in that time. What do you feel about AI? What's your thoughts on AI and just the developments of it, and what's and you or using it, right? I'll throw in even just one more thing: AI artists.
I
People.
mean,
So, what's your thoughts on those things? So,
I'm open to just new forms of creativity.
okay,
So,
okay,
you know, I'm just interested to see where it goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely understand that. It's. I think of the other side, it's always like, man, we always want a person creating it. You know what I mean? I always try to think on that side. Like I just hope it's somebody behind there really that's really has a
Yeah.
passion for this, that's actually putting in for this versus just a label. Putting something together and just. So, what's your goal right now? Independent label? What do you? What's your move? What's your
I
movement?
mean, I feel like independent artists are winning right now.
I believe that too. I agree with that too. So do you? So it's what, Spotify? Where you hit them with what platforms you on right
Oh,
now?
I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Bandcamp, SoundCloud. I'm all streaming platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
Tejavu.
how old are you too, Tejavu, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh shit. Late 20s.
Late 20s? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We ain't gonna hit you with the exact numbers. We don't gotta go exact numbers, but I just want the people to know, our it's like our time capsule in a way. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna
Okay, I
be,
feel that.
we'll just be all these interviews and all these things. This is our way of kind of what we like to call, my partner like to call, is like an immortalized logic. You know what I'm saying? We something that's gonna be kept over time, and we'll be able to track this back. When things even jump more, we like, man, listen, we had him on the show. Look how he was talking then.
Yeah,
It manifested into more. You know what I mean? So
true.
we definitely, like I said, special guests on the show, your family, to Session with Shell. So we always, for real, man, means a lot. So right now, with the album, do we have a date?
I'm looking to release it this month.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, we looking at like a couple more weeks, so we gonna be looking out for that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I just gotta finish the masters and do the
Okay,
cover art, really.
okay. And then you pushing it.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So now, if anything, we can get on. Well, we definitely, y'all stay tuned. Hopefully, we get some exclusives coming up. We're gonna drop a couple exclusives for y'all so y'all can get a taste of what's gonna be on the album. You know, the what was done before and what, because the bad thing is, I'm gonna just share with y'all. We're supposed to been have my man on the show, actually. You know what I'm saying? It just had some technical difficulties, but he's back with us and been patient with us through that time. So I appreciate it. But even then, there were tracks that were just going through our playlists all the time.
Oh,
You know
for
what I
real?
mean?
I
So
appreciate that.
we've always kind of been up on you, Tejavu, and just the consistency, because that's what you've done. You stay. That's the one thing I've noticed. You elevated and stay consistent through that. What helps with that? Do you have a good support system for it, or is it just all you? You know what I mean when it comes to just.
It's just the love and the passion for it,
Okay.
man. Like this is me. I'm just putting my all into this.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Gotta stay. I guess you gotta stay that way too, man. Because I mean, if who else is the better cheerleader? You know what I'm saying? Than for
True.
yourself. That's nothing but facts, man. Well, I definitely want to make sure we're always supporting. So when we get closer to the album, closer to that time frame, even if we want to do another one, you know what I'm saying? I think it's dope to even, lock in on just pushing your stuff even more, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just making sure. Now we got, I think it's another Spike back coming up. You plan on being around for another one?
I'm always around, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think it'd be dope, you know what I'm saying? If you stepped in that arena again, man, it's always good seeing people develop within that too. I think it's fire, man. Now, do you ever plan on, one thing I never haven't noticed is collaborations. Have you ever
Okay.
thought about doing any collaborations with anybody, or has anybody ever kind of put that opportunities out there for you? Or?
Yo, I've been talking to Too High about a
Shout out
collaboration.
to
Yeah, shout out Too High.
yeah, for sure. Shout out to he's out. I think him, Crafty, Elliot Roswell, D Wood. I think they're all out in
Yeah,
Cali
man.
right now
Yeah,
doing some
I
big
be
stuff.
talking to
So
all of them.
that's good. But again, Spike Bad. I kind of have to like go back to Spike Bad because that's where I've seen everybody make those connections and then
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of
and
good
stay
people
with
there.
it. So I think that's dope, man.
Yeah.
So you got some plans for some
Uh,
things coming up?
we putting it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's been hushing. That's fine. I respect it all. You know what I mean? I know that there's something coming, for a lot of different people from the area, that got some things coming. So I'm looking forward to that. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Well, I ain't gonna hold it up too crazy. I want to make sure we get sat down with you, chopped it up with you.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
there
for sure.
if there is anything that you would like to say, or just do any of your shout outs, shout your platforms out, shout out anything you got going on right now.
I mean, all I gotta say, man, is check me out on Instagram, Tejavu Jams, all streaming platforms, Tejavu. No Pressure out now, Excursions out now. It's all the same, coming soon.
Fire. Check out It's All the Same. Check out everything previous to that. We're gonna focus so much on manifesting great things with Tejavu. You know what I mean? He's part of the Session with Shell's tribe, man, and this means a lot. Like I said, for him to sit down, for us to check us out, be with the fam. Shout out Complex back there getting us right. Shout out to the Alpha to Omega Studios, locking us in, and thank you for dropping in and
Thanks
being
for
with the
having
family,
me.
man. This means a lot, man, and I appreciate you every time. Remember, you always welcome back
For
to
sure.
come chop it up. But again, this is Session with Shell. It's your man, Uncle Shell. This is my man, Fly Tie.
Tejavu.
Yeah, listen, he was ready. First of all, he was ready. That means, he's been here. Listen, we out, man. We love y'all. Peace.
It's Tejavu. I'm with Sessions with Shell. Gonna play some new joints off the album. It's all the same. No matter what, I'ma always show up. I'ma show out. Sometimes I'm high, I'm low, searching through my mind where I might go. Through the hard times, I keep throwing elbows. Shit ain't been the same since my hands felt up. Sometimes I'm high, I'm low, searching through my mind where I might go. Through the hard times, I keep throwing elbows. Shit ain't been the same since my hands felt up. There's no telling, we overzealous, some whole felons. Got tired of the culture, I might go throw a rebellion. Fighting all these battles, demons never learn a lesson. I studied for the test and yet the questions unexpected. The faces blend. Alright, this next one's called Periscope.
Dope. And it's all your production too, right?
I was looking for a sign, been searching to find it, was in front of me all the time. Been on this journey far and wide, these questions Hercules creating bubbles and it's leaking in my submarine. But understand they still ain't gonna defeat this. I was looking for a sign.